right? Like, this is happening, right?
It's happening. Yeah,
Sorry, we're late, guys. We're a little late.
Yeah, sorry, guys. We did a little set switcheroo, but welcome to Pretty Little Liars, the after show. You know, here we are. It's Tuesday night. I'm your host, Sinead de Vries, and I got my Pretty Little Talkers here with me. It feels a little like...
It's a little weird.
Confused.
I know, it's a little weird. I kind of like it, though.
It's
like the open sky.
Yes,
It's
there's
beautiful.
literally a door open right now to the outside. Like a bird could fly in here at any minute.
Don't even joke
Sinead,
about
have
that.
you ever
had that happen? When a bird flies indoors, it's the scariest thing in the world.
Yeah, it is.
sad.
Sinead's like ready to lose it. She doesn't like birds, you guys.
They're not my favorite.
It's her fear.
It happened to me. I was at my ex-boyfriend's house, and a bird flew in through the window. It should have been a bad omen right then that it wasn't going to work
Oh,
out.
hell no.
It is sad.
I
'cause they
should
get
have
all
known.
panicky and stuff.
Oh,
like,
God, yeah.
Where's the door? Where's
And
the
they
door?
make
Where's the door?
the sound, which is where my phobia comes from, is the sound of their
sound?
wings. Like,
Flutter.
I'm doing that pretty good, actually.
Can we talk about the show?
yeah, let's get into the show. Way more exciting than my bird phobia. But you guys, seriously though, lots happened tonight. There's only 2 more episodes of Pretty Little Liars.
Oh my gosh, so
And
insane.
now it kind of seems as if they're setting up Mona in one of 2 ways.
Right.
Either Mona is behind all of this, and she is the one that's running the game, or she has taken control of this game yet again because she's trying to figure out who has been behind it for 1 or 2 reasons. Maybe she was in control of it first time around. She never got enough the first time she was A, and she decided to do it again, and now she wants to know who stole it from her again.
Well, yeah,
In the promo.
sorry, I know you guys hate the promos, but in the promo, it says, Mona says, someone keeps stealing the game from me.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right. I mean, you want to think that she's helping the girls, and it seemed oddly, almost like your heart went out to Mona like always, but she seemed so happy to like kind of tell on Arya when she was like talking with the girl. She's like, oh, well, Arya's not here.
Right.
Yeah.
You better question Arya. She's like, finally, I get to sit at the lunch table now, you know? I just felt bad, but.
So maybe it could even be one of another thing too, because maybe Mona has taken the game back, and now she is forcing Arya to do things via it because she knows that Arya was,
that'd be cool.
you know, going behind the girl's back. So maybe she was only using the game to control Arya and Arya alone.
Right.
But then again, it's like, where did she get the board game? Has she had it the entire time?
Right.
Did she steal it from AD?
I think she made a copy. My guess is she made like a copy of the
She made a
game
copy?
herself.
Oh, you don't think that is the
figuring
game?
stuff out.
I don't
You
know.
think it's the board game?
Well,
Was she in their place?
Well, the board game was initially at Allison's at the beginning of the episode.
So
And
she
then
at Allison.
when the cops came, they went back up in the room and it was gone. So I don't know, actually.
Oh, then she did steal the game.
But I thought Caleb and Ezra were looking for where the
she
signal
stole
was
the game.
coming from.
And then we
Of the
saw
game,
it.
I
Yeah,
think.
and the signal was coming from Mona's
Right.
apartment.
So but it was coming from that game board.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So then so they were trying. That was what they always wanted to know, was where the game board ended
Yeah, that
up.
doesn't make sense.
I think that they thought
You know
that
what
if
I'm
they
saying?
found the game board, they would find A. But little do they know. I don't know if Mona is A, but I will
don't
say
think
at this
so.
point.
But the game board has been with the girls the whole time.
They said,
Right, but now
they
it's
said
missing.
it's the cell tower that the game board
Right,
signal
So they
is
literally
coming
is
thought
from.
coming
A
from.
stole the game,
Yeah.
and then if they find the board
Board
game,
game,
they
they'll
find
Because
find
when they
A.
saw the movement of whatever, it was really Mona inside the door.
Yeah.
Because then they went to a scene where they literally saw Mona doing that same movement.
Right.
And yeah,
This is what I think happened, you guys. I think Mona, you know how she said the thing to Hanna where she said, you're messing with a psychotic person and I have an inclination to start being psycho when I get involved in this stuff. So she gave them a warning. So I feel like it's very fitting that maybe in her trying to help the girls against A, she got that addiction back and it turned her around from being good to now being bad. Because I thought that was weird that she looked so happy when the jail thing popped up, as in like, ooh, I'm gonna get all the girls in jail. Like that's what I thought we were getting
Or
from
maybe,
that.
like I said, she is happy because she wants to get Arya, or like corner Arya, or get Arya in trouble because she feels like that's her way into the group as well. Like she's figured something else out
like
that
they'll
they
turn
hadn't.
against-
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
and then
she
they'll-
helped them
right.
essentially by telling them, hey, just so you know, your best friend is on the AD team.
And that was kind of sad. That was the first time that we saw actually the whole crew turn against one of them. We've never seen that before. It made me really sad. Like when Arya was standing alone in the woods.
I know, it was. It was really hard to watch because, you know, you see this friendship and then all of a sudden, you know, Arya's doing what she's doing and for all the wrong reasons and the right reasons. And, you know, it's just, I don't know, but it was sad. But now it's like, what's gonna happen now? Now, at the end of the episode, it's like, what the hell is gonna happen?
Yeah.
Well, they're
Right.
friends again.
Right, but now she's freaking told Arya that she was basically, she's free, she's home free,
And all the
then
girls
she
are
was on her
in
way to
trouble.
help the girls, and then all of a sudden, bam, Archer's body.
Hey,
in the trunk.
dude.
Yeah, that was so freaking
Okay,
weird.
so
so weird.
bear with me for 1 second.
Are you thinking? Are you plotting?
Yes,
You were quiet for a minute.
I'm
so I
really quiet over here. So, AD tells Arya that you're in the clear.
Right.
And then Tanner comes in and says, Arya, you're free to go. Like, sorry your friend's not as lucky as you, but you were just spotted in New Hampshire.
Right.
Right. New Hampshire, shout out to the great state.
You were just spotted in New Hampshire. So we talked about this again last week, right? And I'll say it again for the 100th time. But remember when Arya was looking at those picture albums?
Oh, maybe it was her
Or
twin.
Byron was looking
Oh,
at
you're
the
right,
picture
because I
albums.
was wondering that. I was like, how
was
the
she in New
hell was
Hampshire?
she spotted? And that's weird that she never even brought that up. Like, where's this footage of me being in New
I think
Hampshire?
she was like, whatever, I'm off the hook, not gonna question it, and that's
Right.
that. Yeah.
So maybe AD is Arya's twin.
Could you imagine?
you guys,
Oh my God.
I'm hating every scenario right now. Like, I'm like,
I
no, I don't
I
want that
wouldn't
to
hate
happen.
I wouldn't be against A
wouldn't
being a
hate that.
twin.
So it's like AD is
don't
revealed
like
and it's
the-
Arya's
maybe,
face, obviously, but it's
I-
not Arya.
Yeah. I get that, but like, I just want it to be someone we know. Like, I do
Right.
like the, I guess that it would be Arya's twin, and we've been waiting for this twin theory. But like, I just want to know the person
I know, I
and
get what
like
you mean.
know the story and why they did all of this. And if it's like a random twin, it's like, well, that explains it. She's mad because she didn't have the life that Arya had.
Right.
P.S. in the books, it was a twin, right?
Yeah.
But didn't
It was
Marlene...
Allison's twin, I think.
Okay, but didn't Marlene formally say it will not be the same as the book? Oh, so it could be someone else's twin, as in not
But that
Allie's
was the
twin.
first time around. That was with the
Right.
Charlotte thing, right? That was leading up to that reveal. We never ever got closure on those picture albums, and
I'm over the picture albums.
I'm not over the picture albums only because it's the only thing that never got explained.
Yeah.
There were
So
pictures
much
of
stuff
her
has not
as a
gotten
child was standing next to a girl, and you know that there's like mental illness in our family too because of Byron's like brother or something.
I forget anything
And
about that.
they made a specific point to bring up the mental illness thing
I think
in
it's
the Montgomery
really
family.
weird that they're like Mary Drake and Mrs. D are twins, and
Right.
they both had a mental illness, and then the twin factor with another like mental
Right.
illness situation. I wonder if there's a connection there, and I can't put it together myself, but I'm just curious.
It's just so crazy because we only have 2 episodes left. It's like, how are they
Just
going to bring
fit
this
in
all
so
together?
much stuff.
I know.
Yeah, that's
Like,
that's a
you
lot.
should be now explaining things. Like, come on.
I almost thought we were going to get an answer tonight, like when they
it
tried
was
to
leading
approach
up to that.
A's-
I won't
Yeah.
lie,
Yeah.
I did love the twist though at the end of the episode because I
Yeah.
felt like the entire episode was leading up to something, because let's be honest, like this, I mean, it was a good episode, don't get me wrong. I loved all the ships and everything that happened, but it was like, you could tell, it was like, okay, something big's gonna happen,
Yeah.
which it did at the very end. And it's just like, now what? Now what do we believe? Is AD really watching out for Arya? Is she really in the clear? Or was AD expecting Arya to make that phone call as soon as she got into the car and had Archer's body implanted in the back for that whole time for that reason?
Yeah.
I have a weird vision for how the series is going to end.
Okay,
Go
tell
on.
it.
Did you guys ever see the series Girls?
I know
what
what
you're
With
talking
Lena
about, but we didn't
Dunham.
watch it.
I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's a series with Lena Dunham, and they're best friends, and the whole thing is centered around them being best friends. But then at the end, the whole thing that happens is they all go their separate ways, and they're like not friends anymore. And I'm like, oh my God, is PLL
I would hate that.
gonna end up? But they're already setting people up against each other. Like now Arya's on her own island, getting in trouble for stuff. Maybe she'll be mad at the girls, and it'll be a blame game. I'm like, are they gonna end this series like?
They
then
all
we
go their
all
separate
grew
ways.
up and went our separate ways. Yeah.
That would be so sad.
It's
but I don't
sad,
think
but
it's going to
honestly,
happen.
it's like kind of reality.
Yeah, it is. But I hope
You're-
it doesn't.
I don't think it's going to happen. Not these girls.
I hope not.
Too much of like a lighthearted show, maybe. Girls is like heavy duty.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
too like.
That's true. Yeah,
Anyway.
they'll be friends at the end. I mean,
Yeah,
even,
they have too much history. They have too many secrets.
Even
Friends keep
Spencer.
secrets.
Okay.
Let's keep
Got a
them
secret.
close.
Can you keep it?
Here, Megan Fowler at MF_Ragdoll says, what if Arya has a twin because she was supposedly seen in another state during the murder?
Right. I
So
mean,
obviously
it's
that's
true.
a popular thought because They never did explain why
Right.
she was in the clear, other
Right.
than we got a full-on frontal shot.
Full frontal.
Yeah.
Full
Frontal.
They did say full frontal.
I know, it just sounds really dirty.
Like, it's super weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's why I tried not to say it. That's why I tried to change it up.
Full
on.
in the upness.
Yeah. A full frontal.
Full in the front
shot
image.
of Arya. That's what Tanner said. She's like, you were seen, like, full
frontal.
on.
What did she say?
By the way, Tanner's
frontal.
back.
She said full frontal. I
She
think
did.
Yes. Love the
Tanner's
fact that Tanner's back.
Yeah, I love her.
Her
And it's
eyebrows are
crazy.
great.
I know, she's the best eyebrows.
Yeah.
Her
And it's
voice
crazy.
drives me.
But I think that's
But I know it's her character because we
Yeah.
met her and she was like very likable, but like something about the
Oh, it's so like condescending. Well,
cringeworthy.
it's so condescending and manipulative. And I love the scene where she had with Spencer, and she said, "What did she say?" She was like,
About the dollhouse when they were all
and then she
sitting
was
there.
like,
I'm
she,
giving
like,
you an
looked at
opportunity.
Spencer.
Yeah, no, I loved that scene because she was like, well, you helped us before, and she from the underground bunker, and she was like, yeah, because you guys never gave me the opportunity to help you. And I felt like that was almost Tanner reaching out and being like, I'm here for you guys. Like, tell me what you know.
Well, then
But
she
yet-
shouldn't reach out in a threatening way of like, I'm threatening
She
you.
the
about it.
knows
detective-
the
yeah.
girls are guilty. She has
She does,
never,
yeah.
ever thought they were innocent in any way. Even when they were innocent, they were hiding things from her, and she's always been onto them.
But do you think she knows that deep down, even if they're guilty for lies, that they're the victims here in general? Or do you think she really thinks that they're really bad kids? You know?
But think about
Ooh,
this.
I don't know. It's a good question, though.
Okay, think about this though, you guys. I just like had a moment. Even though we're all so obsessed, obviously, with who AD is and what is going to be the end of all that, Archer's death is completely separate. Like, they killed somebody, and it had really nothing to do with AD. Like, Archer, well, yes and no. I mean, Archer was working with Mary, but like, he was freaking crazy.
Yeah, he was
and,
insane.
and I guess it was self-defense, but it's literally gone way too far beyond self-defense that how are they going to get out of this murder?
I don't know.
No,
It's
I
so
don't know.
nice.
It's like maybe they would get a lesser sentence or some probation or something because they were being abused.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
yeah.
Well, Allison was, unless they can prove that Archer at the time was AD, other than Allison being abused and being like given medication that she didn't need, like the other girls really weren't. They were just coming to Allison's rescue. So,
Yeah.
and they all buried this guy.
Right.
They ran
he
him over.
deserved it.
His face with their windshield. We
deserved
love
it.
you, Hugh.
Yeah.
But like, he did deserve it. But
Yeah.
at the same time, they killed somebody.
I want to make another
No.
prediction for the end of the show because I
Go
feel like
on.
all I can keep thinking about is like I want to be like I called it.
Yeah.
So I just keep thinking of things that I'm probably not calling that probably won't happen. But anyway, I think that you know how the whole title of the show is Pretty Little Liars.
They're liars.
The end of the show is going to be them finally, right? They are going to confess everything to everybody, right? Isn't that like the whole moral of the
And
story?
they're like,
you
"We've been
shouldn't
lying."
keep secrets. Yeah.
Oh
Like,
my
you
God.
shouldn't
They-
lie.
Wait. I
Every 5
have
minutes.
the ending. I would love if the show wrapped up like this, where something happened and the girls like
She's getting into character.
they were.
Yeah.
They were like sentenced, and you know, I obviously don't want them to go to jail, but whatever. Like they kill somebody, so whatever. So they go to jail, and whatever happens, and then, but at the very end, like the last like 30 seconds, you just see Ezra look up, and he's like writing. He's like,
Oh, I can't.
And that's the story.
I
No,
can't.
no,
I can't.
I've heard that
The
theory.
ending?
I've heard that theory.
And then they wake up and they're in a dream.
No, you're not
the
listening.
dream,
You're not
the
listening. It all
book.
happened. It's all reality. I'm just saying he's telling
wrote
their
a book
story
about it.
Like
Okay.
I'm saying that he wrote a book about everything they went through. Like it all happened, but he like wrote a book
Yeah.
about it, and it's called Pretty Little Liars.
And he's like making money off of their like sad story.
But
No,
at least
because,
he's
like-
making money,
No,
baby.
because like I think everything still is going to be fine in the end.
that
I think everything will end with like how it's supposed to.
Yeah.
I don't think Marlene would do that to us, but I just think it would be really cool if like, you know, you get a glimpse of maybe like Arya walking towards him, like handing him coffee and like good morning, and then
Yeah, that'd be
And
cool.
then he
Actually, I
like
can
finished
get
the
into
book.
that. I can
Are
get
they
into
in
that,
jail or no?
Well,
No,
like, maybe,
no, it's all happy.
Maybe like went to jail, but then they're like out now.
They're out of jail.
Maybe they only
Okay.
got community service.
And she has like a baby.
Yeah.
And there's a baby, and like everything's fine.
Okay.
Just to like speculate a little bit more, also in the promo for next week, they show that video of Allison in the yellow
Right.
cardigan.
Oh my
and
God, I haven't seen that in so long.
I just think it's
I
so
missed
weird.
it.
I don't think it's weird at all. I
missed
still
it.
feel like there's so many answers about that night that we got, but we didn't get. Like,
Yeah.
Byron was talking to Allie, and there was some sort of blackmail money
Yeah,
going on,
I'm
and
so
then she talked to
excited for
Ezra,
that.
and she talked to Toby, and it was just like, there was so much that happened
Yeah.
that night.
That was
And
my
then
favorite
Bethany-
time in PLL.
And
Yeah,
I was like,
it was good.
it was
so
a
good,
time.
so I'm
It was a
really
good
But
time.
to
also,
go
speaking
back.
of Allie and like weird things she's wearing, remember, we still have not seen. Have we seen that? The chalkboard?
No,
we haven't.
We have not seen the scene with the chalkboard.
Imagine that's the last scene that we see.
And
He's coming.
he's coming.
coming.
So
They're gonna end it on a cliffhanger like there's a new freaking A. That's what they're gonna do. That's gonna be
Dope.
like the last scene, and he's
can't.
coming, and it's gonna be like, oh, it's starting again, like, you know?
Because they all did look
Dude,
a
is
lot
that gonna
like,
be it?
not old,
I'll be
but
so
they looked,
pissed.
They did.
no,
'cause
they
she
looked
was like teaching
Spencer.
hard.
Spencer was like dressed very like
they looked like in business.
right,
Like, they
and
looked,
Allison was a
Yeah.
teacher, but she was writing Mrs. R.O.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
that's
why would
still
she
her
be
la-
writing
'cause
that?
That's maybe still her last name. They're not
Yeah.
divorced. She is Mrs. Rollins.
He's just dead. She hasn't done the name stuff
But
Yeah,
yet.
that's a
He's
little
coming
weird to me because
thing,
why would
I'm
she be
like,
writing?
Wait,
Yeah.
what's?
Why
oh,
would
no,
she be
Fields.
writing Ms.
I was
Right.
thinking, yeah, no, that
Well,
would.
why would she be writing that name? Even if they are married, why would she still even write that name? She can't
Right.
stand him. So that's
I wonder
like
if
a
she
little
had
weird
a
to me.
baby bump then. Wow, we're gonna have to look
Yeah.
back because I don't remember that.
Or if it's fast forwarding so much that they've already had the baby and that's like way in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
maybe.
is also possible. Because they all looked a little bit
Yeah,
like
they'll do a jump forward.
yeah.
10 years later, he's back.
And then
you
there's
know?
PLL
Yeah.
again with a different cast.
Right.
Oof, that would,
Before we get into like, we'll talk about all the ships and stuff in a second. Is there anything we're missing with all of this stuff? I mean, I guess like Caleb and Ezra working together is really awesome.
That was fun.
That
yeah,
is
I love
cute.
that.
It
I
was
love
like a
that
throwback.
Caleb is always a step ahead of the, or like always
Yeah.
on it. You know, you could see Hannah getting so nervous when it was like 3 or. Yeah, 2,
Yeah.
1, and then it was like 0, and everyone was
Right.
like, "What's gonna happen? Is like an explosion gonna happen?" And then Caleb's like, "Well, then Spencer got rid of the phone,
Right.
And then Caleb's like, "I'm on it," and then Hannah just sort of looked up like, "That's my
my
man."
man.
Like, I
Yeah,
loved it. I loved it
Yeah,
so
that was
much.
awesome.
It was so good.
And then the only other thing that's weird is why would AD tell Arya she's free and then there be a body in the
Right.
trunk, which means that I honestly do think that AD was clearing Arya's name.
And
I
Mona
don't think-
messed with it.
I don't think that the body got to the trunk because of AD. I think somebody else put the
I
body
do
in the
too,
trunk.
because honestly, as much as we hate AD, we've never seen AD pull something like that where they say one thing and they do the next.
Right.
It's always been like,
Right.
I'm gonna do this shitty thing if you don't listen to me, and then they
Right.
follow through. But it's
Right.
never been like
Right.
a lie.
They're honest,
like that.
at
yeah.
least. They never lie. You're
Yeah.
so right. So I do feel like somebody else put the body in the trunk. And the fact that Mona was watching the jail thing go up
Yeah.
as the police were
Right.
pulling up,
Yeah.
and it made me feel like
was
Mona
her.
put the body in the trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wants Arya to go down.
But I don't think that Mona is A.
No, but I
Yeah.
do think that maybe she put the body in the trunk.
Right.
What does she
I
have
guess-
against Arya?
Yeah, right?
She just wants to be a part of the group.
She
so
wants
like
to replace her in the
whoever
group.
can
That's it.
be out and maybe
Right.
make Mona look like the hero.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dude, it's so crazy. I don't even know. It's so crazy because I honestly don't know who AD is.
No.
yeah, I
at all.
haven't. Yeah.
All right, so let's get into some of the relationships. It was definitely like a good 2 minutes of just like
Some makeouts.
some serious sex
Okay,
happening.
some of it was like, but then one part of it like literally wanted to make me cry.
What
and I was
part?
like, I
know.
thought I was going to cry.
The
I
marriage?
It was so cute.
Yeah, everyone was like boning, and then they're like, la la la.
I love how Caleb just looked at her and he's like, "Are you down?" Like,
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
will you marry me that should
I'm gonna,
even
I'm
be
gonna be
anymore.
like a little salty for the rest of my life that the words "Will you marry me" never came out of his mouth.
Did they really not?
They never said it not
did
once.
not. Wow.
But it was super cute that they got married the way that they did, like so low key, and it just I feel like is so them. Like it was
Yeah.
that kind
Yeah.
of wedding with just Mrs. Marin there, and
Does he have parents?
no,
Like
he
at
was
all?
adopted.
he was,
Oh.
he's was adopted or he was in a foster
'Cause
family
he
or
was
something
living
like
by
that.
himself for a while.
Because remember he was living
there.
at the school?
Yes.
And then he lived with
vaguely.
Hannah for a while. He was
Yeah.
kind of,
Yeah.
But
He's a
then, like, his
nomad.
dad came back, remember, for a hot minute?
Yeah, but his dad was like up to something, or no, it was his uncle, I think.
His uncle or something
Anyway.
like that.
But it was
Doesn't matter.
sketchy. I think his uncle stole money or something.
Yeah, there's like something I remember back
it's
in
all
the
coming
day.
back to me or
But
something.
yeah, so I just felt like it was very like perfect for them.
Yeah.
Arya and Ezra, obviously I will never say no to an Ezra sex scene, but I did think that out of all of the hookups, that was the most misplaced because all I could think about was that
Jeez, tell him.
like there's bigger issues here.
Yeah.
But
That's why she wanted to do it with him.
I
She's
know,
like,
but
"This
how
is the
could you
last
get
time I'll
into
be
it?"
getting some D, so we're gonna get it
But,
right now.
okay, but that's what I mean. Like, I felt like he could have helped her. Like, I feel like they can
But
figure
he
this
is
out.
gonna help her. Okay, so I was getting a lot of hate on Twitter this week because of what I said about Ezra last week.
I
I'm just
should
saying
teach
that like
you a thing or two about speaking
no,
badly about it.
no, it's not that I don't want them to be together or that I'm not rooting for them or that I just feel like clearly you saw tonight, like she's like, I literally need to tell you so much.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's what I'm just saying. Like I guess I'm coming
No.
from a place of realism. I know it's a show, but in real life, you would have a lot to figure out.
Yeah, and it
before you're
made
gonna
sense
put a
last
ring
week.
on
It really did where they were in their relationship,
Yeah.
but I knew that they were gonna pull something that was gonna bring them together again really quick. But that's not what stood out to me. The weird thing that was misplaced to me, which I was so excited about regardless, was Spencer and Toby.
Yes!
This reunion can't be blended into a montage of everybody else. Like,
I know.
It needs to be a
no, I know. I
thing.
felt like that
Yeah.
came in way too quickly.
Dude, they
like,
brushed over
they
that.
did. I
liked
and
it.
one of the makeouts
I
is
kind
Toby.
of liked
Yeah.
it.
I
I
don't-
thought like it was.
I would have liked it better if he didn't have a beard. I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Well, I mean,
wasn't
beard
feeling
aside,
it.
beard aside, right? It doesn't look like the Toby that
just
we all
love
know.
that.
Dude, I like
But-
bearded
But
Toby.
I get he's going through it.
Yeah, he's going through it. This
He's
is
going
like
through it.
that's supposed to represent that. But like beard aside, I thought that the how fast they got into it was just showed how solid they are.
Yeah, that's
Old
true.
time.
too.
Because like you notice how we felt a little weird about like Ezra because like all this stuff going on, right? And then Emerson is like solid. They've been solid, so they're
Right.
hooking up in the woods and like getting it on. And it's like you see it and you're like, oh, that's cute. Like there's nothing weird about it. There's nothing strange about it.
Except it's the woods and it's nighttime and there's spiders
Well,
and animals.
It was
Caleb
a
didn't
really
learn
cute setup.
either. Caleb
Yeah, right.
also has sex in the woods quite
they had
often.
it. But I didn't like that either.
It doesn't matter. I would just be way too scared to get naked in the woods.
Yeah, right.
There are way too
It
many people
kinda
getting naked
seems
in the
naughty.
woods in the
Kinda
show.
seems naughty.
Ticks
Murdered
gonna
in the
end up in
woods.
places
We
you
live
don't
in
want
Southern
to.
California. Like
I
there
know,
would be
it kind of
cockroaches.
seems like a little fun
Yeah.
thing. I don't know.
yeah.
But like, why would you
Ooh.
eat there and stuff? Just, like you go wander in there for like 5 seconds. It's not like I'm gonna hang out here for the night.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems weird. I've never been a fan of outdoor.
I did feel like
next subject.
Anyways, what was I gonna say? So I do think like when you see Emerson, you're like, right, of course, they're happily forever after. You don't doubt that they're gonna break up at this point. And I got the same vibes when Spoby were hooking up.
Yeah.
See, I felt like
Okay.
Spencer wasn't the same Spencer. You remember how Spencer was weird Spencer when she was with Ren? I felt a little bit of that weird Spencer-ness
Yeah,
when
I did
she
too.
met Toby. Because Toby even said, oh, that's not the Spencer I know. Because I forget what she said, but she was like,
Yeah, she
Yeah,
sat
are you
down.
alluding
She
to the fact that there is two Spencers?
Oh, okay.
listen, Mary Drake was sleeping and being a floozy, and Mr. Hastings thought it was Jessica. I'm just saying.
And twins are genetic. And when
I'm
Spencer
just saying, maybe it
down,
wasn't really Spencer.
she went to go drink a beer. Like she was being.
It was
really
weird. It was a little
Yeah, it
weird.
was
This
a little
is,
weird.
this is what I didn't like about that is also he was literally just responding to all of her
Yeah.
aggression. Like he never made a move. He never said anything romantic. It was all her being like, "Let's do this now, shall
Yeah.
we?"
No, I'm
great.
all
cool.
But
for
I think
Spoby.
he's still going through like the death of his wife.
yeah, that's
I know,
why,
but still, then like let him get through that
Yeah,
and then
no,
hit
you're
on
right.
him. I feel like he was way more passive than he should have been. I thought.
Yeah, no, I get
I
both
would be
sides
really
of it.
annoyed
I
that
didn't
if
like
that wasn't that wasn't Spencer, that some rando just hooked up with Toby.
Well, I
that would be
wouldn't
so
think
annoying.
that. I hope it was Spencer too. I think it was Spencer. I'm just saying she was acting a little different.
She
And
was.
That could just be something else that we'll learn about her.
It could just be like, oh my gosh, I could go to jail. Like I
Right.
want to, love the
I
person
think they were
love.
all in that mindset. They were all like, this is, because Tanner said, get a good night's sleep. Like, I think
Yeah.
this is like their last night before
But
they find out
guys,
their fate.
yeah.
This is the first episode we've had in a long time then that all the ships are finally together.
Right.
So that means
Right.
everything has to stay the same from now until 2 more episodes.
Well, I do think seeing that Ezra and Caleb were like on it and helping the girls out, and the fact that he was like, I know this, Arya. I knew about the file. I do think that shows their strength. And I do think that, honestly, at this point, no matter what Arya does, Ezra is going to stick by her.
Yeah.
Like, I think we saw that this episode.
Right. Even though she
Yeah,
was told.
so. Even though.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's just like it could either be Mona, it could either be an Arya twin thing, it could be a Spencer twin thing or a Spencer split personality thing, or
Right.
like it has to be.
I think I like the split personality
too.
theory the most.
I like that
Is that
too.
bad?
No, I think I like the split personality
Because
theory the
it's
most
like
too.
juicy.
I like that too. And plus, we already have a twin.
Yeah.
We already have
We
the
do.
twins thing.
Right. I'm sure Allison will have twins too, since it runs in her family, clearly.
I'm sorry, who are the twins again?
And it skips a generation.
Mary and Jessica.
Oh, yeah,
Actually,
right,
she
right.
could actually. No, but it's not her
Why does
eggs.
it skip
It's
why
not
does
her
it
eggs.
skip a generation?
No.
Twins
Always.
genetically skip a generation. Yeah.
Always.
No, that. Well, I mean, I
Oh,
don't.
it's Emily's eggs. Duh.
Yeah, it's
Damn
Emily's
it.
eggs anyways,
I
so.
was really hoping for twins.
I mean, I guess Emily still. Well, when eggs are implanted, fuck.
Yeah,
It could be
stuff
quadruplets.
happens.
Wait,
She
you
could be
asked
the
a
new
mom.
Kate plus 8.
That's true. Because you think that you're only implanting.
Right.
You implant I think they put in
yeah, 7 million.
No, I think they put in like
4.
8.
They're all saying 4
Four,
in the
four.
control room.
That's
Thanks,
It
guys.
could
You put in
experience.
4, right? And then
Right.
with the hope,
But
that one.
Why
will
did
work.
Johnny Gate have sextuplets then? They
Because-
had to implant more than 4.
But they didn't use eggs. That was her own eggs. She's just.
You're thinking of Octomom,
yeah,
and the doctor got in a lot of trouble.
Oh, I'm
because they put in
confusing.
8 or
She
something
wanted
like that.
to have
Yeah.
a million kids.
And the doctor was like, "Oh, screw it," and he got in trouble.
Oh,
Ew.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
no, no.
But side note, do we know who the dad is yet, or
No.
we still don't know?
we don't know who the dad is. We don't know who killed Charlotte.
We're going to find that out.
We're gonna
Yeah,
find
we're gonna
out.
find out
Looks
real soon,
yeah,
yeah.
either next week or the week after.
That was for sure a flashback, just to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
cool. That was a flashback of her being like, "Do you think I'm scared of you?" Right before she was pushed out the window.
Yeah.
Love it.
Right,
Yeah.
I love
right.
that.
Yeah.
Guesses on who you think killed Charlotte? I'm gonna guess Mona, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, Mona's looking so guilty at this point. I really don't want it to be Mona, though. I'm like tired of it always going back to Mona.
Me too. I'm gonna guess because remember something Ezra Arya? I'm leaning
No,
that
I have
way.
a different guess. Go ahead.
But I want them to end up happily ever after, so I kind of hope it's not either of them. But there was something that made me think Ezra Arya. I think that they were seen outside or something.
They were out that night, but
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
only because Arya was seen out that night because she was meeting up with Ezra to hook up with him, remember? And then that's what happened.
Right, because they weren't supposed to be seeing each other or whatever.
That just came back to me.
Yeah.
They weren't supposed to be together, but Arya was meeting up with Ezra. And
Yes, because she wasn't supposed to leave the hotel
Right,
room.
that's
oh,
right.
I remember.
But maybe she saw, and then they were like, "Oh,
I
screw
think-
this bitch," you know?
Or maybe Arya saw Mona that night, since Arya was out. Maybe Arya saw Mona, and Arya knows it was Mona, and that's why Mona's trying to get Arya in trouble too.
That could be it. Or I
What's
would
your
hate
guess?
for him to be guilty because I love their whole dynamic, but I find it weird that we know that Lucas was so close to Charlotte or Charles.
Oh,
So
yeah,
what
yeah.
if Lucas
Killed Charlotte?
Killed Charlotte, made us
I love
thinking that
that.
Charlotte killed Charles or something.
Or,
I love that.
when Lucas found out that Charlotte was torturing all of his friends.
Right. So it could have been Lucas. I
Okay,
could
my
see that
turn.
happening.
My turn.
Yes, your turn.
Remember when Charlotte tried to drown the baby in the hot water? Who found the baby being drowned in the hot water again?
Allison's dad.
Kenneth.
Kenneth.
I don't think that
So
he was
I
being.
think-
But it was Charles at the time. It wasn't Cece.
Right, but I think either Kenneth or Mrs. D pushed her off because they were like, "You've always been bad for this family. You're
It would
bad
have to
egg."
be, if anyone, I think it would have to be Kenneth because he was always being really weird about that whole situation.
Yeah.
He
'Cause
wanted
Jessica
her
was
sent
all
away,
nice. Yeah, so
right?
Kenneth. So
Wait,
my guess
who
is
was
Kenneth.
Charles putting the?
I don't think
what
that
lady
ended up
was
to
that?
be true.
They
Charles?
sent
Was
him
it
to a
Jason?
mental institution.
Was it Jason?
Was
Was it
Allie?
Allie?
So
It was Allie.
she was crying, and Charles wanted to soothe her, so he put her in the tub,
Yeah,
thinking
it
he was
was-
doing a good
yeah.
thing.
I loved
And
that
the water
scene.
was scalding hot, and that's what happened.
And
it
they
wasn't.
thought he was trying to drown the baby, so
Right.
Ugh, that makes
got
me
sent to a
so
mental
sad.
I know. Yeah.
Because
when I
it's
think
so
about that.
real. It's so like that.
Well,
could
it's
totally
just like
happen.
yeah, and like it's not. his fault because the parents should have been in the house watching the baby.
Yeah.
True.
Exactly.
Exactly. Like gardening and shit.
Like, right, exactly. They were outside playing
With Jason, yeah.
Jason, the golden child, which, I mean, that's fine because I love him too.
He's gorgeous.
He's so hot. But still, Charles was only trying to help. Like, that's a normal
Sad.
little kid thing
Yeah,
to
it's
do. It
really
actually
sad.
makes me really upset to
Because
think
he
about.
even said as he picked up Allie, he's like, it's okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Like he said, it was like so sweet.
It's okay,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't. It makes me want to cry.
I
It makes me
know.
literally want to
Do we
cry.
know who killed Sarah Harvey?
No, we
No,
don't.
but I think it
Do
was
we?
Noel. I
was
think
it
Noel.
was either
Were we
Noel
supposed to
or,
believe it was
Jenna.
Noel though?
Noel
And
or
where
Jenna.
the hell
And where
is
the
Jenna?
hell is Jenna?
Like,
Yeah.
there's so many different. Oh, I can't peel out.
You
I
have
can't.
2 hours, Marlene.
No,
to
three.
explain
Because the
everything.
finale is 2 hours.
But I don't think she's gonna explain anything next episode.
No.
She's gonna wait literally to the freaking 2-hour finale. That's
Yeah.
why it's 2 hours to explain everything, and you just can't fit 7 seasons into 2 hours.
can't.
Right.
So
True.
figure it out.
Yeah. Okay, you guys. Oh my gosh.
We're whelmed.
No, I was just like reading these tweets about the baby water scene.
Yeah.
It still upsets me.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a break and then we're gonna come back.
No,
to
we're
take
not
some-
taking a break.
Oh, we're not? I thought we were taking a break. There's just no commercial.
Oh, well.
No break.
Beats me.
Oh,
We're just
never
going
mind.
right through.
I was lying to you. We're not taking a break.
No,
I was listening, Kellen. Sorry. I thought he said no commercial, but still break.
I thought that
Anyways,
too,
so let's take some. They're laughing at
Should we talk about the commercial again?
Yeah, let's talk about
Wait,
the
is there a commercial or is there a break? Okay.
Okay. Let's take some questiones and comments and anything else you guys have about tonight's episode.
Preguntas.
Preguntas, por favor.
There's a fly in the middle.
I know. I
of
keep
this
seeing
room.
it. I'm like getting so distracted. I'm like.
I was looking at it too.
I'm like this. Can you see it? I wonder in the camera, like you guys at home, in the comments below.
Well, it's you know
Tell us
why?
if you
It's
can see
because
this damn fly.
it's caught the light like every time,
I know.
and that's why because it's legitimately
staying here.
It's
Why is it waiting?
It's been in the same exact spot for the past 30 minutes. Like it hasn't
Yeah,
moved.
it does the square.
You guys, at least it's not a bird. It's not a bird.
It's
It's
true.
a bug.
You were like earlier, you're like, are you plotting?
Door's
Because you
up
got really
there.
quiet, and
It's
like
up
half of
there.
that time was me staring at
It's
that
really
far.
starting to bother
Be
me.
free.
Go
Go upstairs, bug.
Be free.
Oh, it's
No.
Anyways, let's say questions. Otherwise, we'll never leave here. Okay. All right.
Such ADD.
I can't stop
Like,
looking
look,
at
guys.
it.
Okay, ready? So at eBoard530 says Veronica and Peter are separating. Oh, Eli Board.
out.
So
Veronica
sad.
and Peter are separating, so Daddy is all yours. Zaddy, it is really sad that the Hastings are splitting up. I do think it's a long time coming though because they have been through so much as a couple.
Yeah.
And he has put that family through hell.
He really has, and there's
Yeah.
no romance there whatsoever. We have
No.
not seen them.
And
Right.
he has
It's
no
so
penalty. He has no
It's just like a
penalty for what he's
political
done.
relationship.
Yeah. Like
It's just really sad though because out of all the parents, they have been the most involved all together because even though like the Montgomerys and Byron and Ella, their whole situation was at the forefront for a really long time. And then Emily's mom and like meeting Allison and all that stuff way back in the day was a huge storyline.
Right.
The Hastings have been consistent. Like they're back. None of the family members have come back except for Mrs. Marin all of a sudden.
Right.
And then the Hastings have kind of been popping in and out for the entire show.
Right.
Yeah.
Which also makes me feel like Spencer might be more involved in this because her family is like,
Right.
right?
Yeah. While you
Little
look
weird.
for the next question, can I do 2 shout outs?
Do it.
Because I don't want to forget. Because they're very important. This
do it,
girl's
just
from
do it.
India.
Aw.
She loves us. She watches at crazy hours. And she remembered to message me to shout her out. So, Sanjana, aka at Sanj863 from India. Love
That's
you.
a pretty name.
Love you.
I know,
Love you.
Sanja. I know, I love it too. And Haley PR14. She's been watching apparently since the beginning, and I feel
I think
like
I remember her name.
okay,
Yeah,
good.
me too,
I'm like, I hope
actually.
we've shouted her out before.
Yeah.
And then I have
Yay.
some
Hey,
DMs.
girl.
I have Haley
Going
Nova,
down in the DM.
Haley King Nova, Hey It's Cupcake, Jasmine YSL17, and Adoring Clever.
Yay.
Thanks.
Hey, it's I'm sorry.
No.
Hey, it's
Thank you
Connor
so
K
much.
said the He's Coming scene is happening in 7:19 in the. It's
How do
in
they
that
know
promo.
that?
Yeah,
How do they know
I
that?
don't know. He said
Oh,
he
it's in
watched
the
it 5 times. He says pause it at 12 seconds.
7:19 is next week.
There are some Canadian
be.
promos too that are different.
Oh, yeah, right.
True.
As well.
Oh, my God.
So I need to watch those because somebody did message me something and I totally forget now.
Yeah.
Really quick, so Adoring Clever at Clever Babe says, where the hell is Ren? And then Camila,
Yes.
Camila Loves You One says, I need Ren and Melissa to show up. And then somebody else said too earlier, I will look for it, but basically they were saying that cannot be the only time we see Ren.
No, they've got to come
Right.
back, which makes me think it's super weird that they're going to come back
Right.
in the last couple of episodes, which makes them look more sketchy. And also, kind of veering from the topic, someone had messaged us last week saying, what was the point of Addison Deranger? Remember that girl? She literally-
Derringer.
whatever the hell. her
Wait,
name is.
who is she?
Remember
Addison.
that girl? She came in and she was acting like she was Allie and she had that blue eyeliner.
Yes. What the heck happened to her?
That was so pointless. Or like, good for her getting a freaking
She was trying to get
Pretty Little
Emily
Liars
in
credit.
trouble. Remember? She's trying to get Emily
Yeah,
fired.
like what was? I guess
don't
it
know,
showed
maybe to,
drama
like-
between
Man.
her and Paige.
Yeah, and maybe to like it was a metaphor because like Emily and Paige, their biggest issue in high school was Allie, right?
Right.
And now,
Yeah.
as adults, there's like, here comes this
mini
little
Allie,
girl
maybe, yeah.
who's kind of like a mini Allie stirring the pot again. And it's like, I think it was just to kind of be more of like a,
That's so
You know?
interesting
They
that
never
they chose
really
to like, bring
explained
someone
why
on to
she
do
left,
that.
though.
yeah, like
What
there's all,
question?
but
You
maybe
know?
like there's always gonna be something that came in between the two
Yeah.
of them or something
No, they
like
explain why she left
really
Paige.
deep.
No. I'm still thinking of the.
The Addison girl.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know who the hell she is, but that's weird.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so at Angel Cullen _94 says, in the promo, Mona says, you always steal the game from me or something like that. That's what Megan was saying earlier.
Yeah.
She was basically like, somebody's always stealing the game from me. Somebody's always stealing the game from me.
Alyssa Banks, 17. Mwah. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Messaged me too. I'm sorry. you
It's fine.
guys.
So
I'm annoying.
she's saying, you guys are like, people are always stealing the game from me, so I almost feel like making her AD again would be insane because that
I
was
would
her
hate
excuse
that,
the first
dude.
time.
I
I would
know.
hate that.
Right?
Not cool. No,
She's
no,
like,
no,
they
no.
stole the game from me.
It's like,
So-
get over it, girl. You're out of the institution now. Stop.
You're out of the group. Don't
Yeah.
you get it? You're never going to be in the group. You can never sit with them.
I feel bad for her,
Mona.
but like, stop doing
Oh,
it.
here,
with us.
at Catherine E. Tweet says, Andrea Parker, aka Mary Drake and Jessica DeLaurentis, confirmed that Allie has twins. Therefore, the sperm could have come from Jason? That's her brother.
Wait, like in an interview?
Disgusting.
What?
Wait a
gross.
minute. No, it wouldn't be.
What was the
It's fine if
source?
it's Jason because it was Emily's egg, not Allie's egg.
Yeah, but
So
that's super freaking weird.
She's carrying
dude.
her brother's kid.
There's got to be
That's like
something.
Phoebe and Friends.
Phoebe did it.
Phoebe and Friends carried her brother.
No, I guess that's sweet in one way,
Because
but
it
in the
would
other
still
way,
have
it's the most
Allie
nauseating
DNA.
thing
It's
I've
a little
ever
weird.
still
heard
have
in my
Allie
life.
DNA.
That's disgusting.
That'd be so weird. But why would Jason? Jason can't be behind all of this.
Oh, I'd be
No,
not into that.
that would be
I do
annoying
need
too.
to see his fine ass before
Yeah, I
the,
miss him.
the show
Yeah,
is over.
yeah.
Yeah.
So MIA.
I'm missing
Yeah.
some Jason DeLaurentis.
Yeah, me too.
C-O-M.
I was like, his name isn't Theo.
I'm literally, Stephanie, gonna slap you in like 2
Like a different
seconds.
level. We're like having a conversation.
We will get there.
No, just get him out
Love
while
you,
we
Theo.
can.
This has nothing to do with you.
Also, Darren Chan.
Oh,
21.
Declan.
Declan, where you at, Declan? Really quick. So
memorized
there's the people are talking about like these puzzle pieces, right? So at C Scratch, Crystal Scratching. So she sent me this, which is the picture of the puzzle pieces, right? The last 2 puzzle pieces and their eyes,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
clearly,
okay.
right? So then like somebody photoshopped it on. It kind of seems like it would fit, right?
Looks like
There's
the guy,
a
that looks
nose.
like Jigsaw from Saw.
Yeah, there's a nose. You guys looking? There's a nose, there's lips, and there's the 2 eye pieces that are technically.
that looks really creepy.
Because this is what the puzzle piece looks like. This is what the puzzle looks like
I
right
thought it
now.
was a map, though.
what
I thought
do
the
you-
puzzle was a map.
Yeah, but look,
Oh, yeah.
I could kind of see that
Okay.
because look at the 2 pieces. These 2 pieces are. Where is
Maybe
it?
when you flip the pieces over.
Sinead's literally doing this with her
I
phone.
know,
She's
like, but they can't see.
she's like, but look
I know.
at
I'm
it.
showing you guys so we could talk about it.
I know, but I can't even see what you're doing.
I don't understand
I was trying
what
to
you're
find
showing.
it. I was bringing it up.
Okay,
Oh
what
my
we're
God.
looking at,
Look.
ladies and
That's-
gentlemen, are 2 puzzle pieces.
Yeah. See, you see how that's totally an eyebrow and an eye. So you guys,
But
if
what are
you
you
go.
fitting them into?
Sure.
What?
What are you fitting those puzzle pieces into?
The
a mural?
puzzle.
the puzzle.
The puzzle
on the
pieces
game.
are fitting into the
On the
puzzle.
board game?
Yes, obviously.
This puzzle.
Yeah, but
this puzzle on the board game. The puzzle pieces.
Yes, the puzzle
if you
pieces
put them
of the board
in,
game.
right?
Looks
If
like
you
a
put them
face.
in, it looks like a face.
It looks like Why So Serious, the
Oh,
Joker.
so we're trying to figure out what, when the puzzle is put together, it
Whose
looks
face
like.
is it? Yeah.
So
It
whose
looks like
face
no
does
one.
it look like?
I don't know. Like, it's hard to tell because it's kind of like, kind of weird, but it is definitely a face.
Dude, so that's the A reveal. That's how
maybe,
they'll reveal
maybe.
it.
I
Do you guys
honestly
get
think
that,
so.
what we're saying?
Here, if you guys go to, let me help because this is
Yeah.
huge. So, Crystal Scratching at CSCRETCH. At C Scratch. She sent me this, and the tweet starts with Sinead de Vries on it, so you guys can see. It's 3 pictures that she got. Maybe somebody else posted it, but she posted these pictures, and you can kind of see if once the puzzle is complete that it is going to look like a face. So maybe this is exactly what everything is leading up to.
Yeah, the A
maybe
reveal.
the A
But,
reveal
like,
will be
You
via
don't know
the
who that face is.
No, but
Exactly, it's gonna be A.
but that's the A face.
That's A's face? Well, we don't know A then.
I mean, it's got. If it's a face, then what other face could it
Is
be?
it like a hooded face in the thing?
It looks like it has like makeup on. Like you can't, like it looks like face paint. You can't really see who that is.
Oh, so it's just an A
Anyways.
giving a picture of his anonymous self. Or
I don't know
her
if
anonymous
I don't know if
I sort
don't
of feel
know.
like they're not making a big enough deal about these puzzle pieces. Like we see them like in a scene they'll have it
Yeah.
and like put it down, but they're not really like
Analyzing
like, show
it.
us.
But we
Like,
haven't seen all
haven't
of them in order
seen
to
it.
put them together. So I'm not really
Exactly.
sure how that picture can come together.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I'm just sort of like
I don't know.
Off safety, Prebo.
I'm gonna literally kill you. Okay, so lots of possibilities here. 2 episodes. I feel like we're further away from an answer than we were
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah.
But I mean, whatever, guys. I honestly, at this point, would be satisfied as long as they can figure out a way in the next 2 episodes to explain this in a way that makes sense and is juicy. Like, if it's not somebody that we are expecting, if there's some sort of twist or whatever, it's juicy. I loved the scene with the body in the trunk. Like,
Yeah.
give me more of that
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah,
Seriously.
exactly. That's like
Dude.
the PLO we know and love.
Yeah.
I just realized it is not going to be one of the liars. Do you know how I know that?
How?
Because
What?
there's no way that would make it so much more difficult for Marlene to explain 7 seasons. If they say it's a twin, there's no explanation needed.
Well, unless it's the split personality of Spencer.
Ugh, I would love
Then
that.
they'd have to explain
I would
every
love
single
it.
scene how Spencer was
That's
able
what
to
that's
do
what
this
would make
stuff.
it amazing. That would be an
They
amazing
would be
can't do
so
that in 2
mind-blowing.
hours. They can't do
just
that
like
in 2
little
hours.
like
Oh, I
the
would love it.
highlights, like the one where Allie's in the top and like just like things that we need to, the major scenes that
Okay,
we know from
like the
PLL.
major scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Becca Dawn was like, dude, I thought that fly was on my TV. I was getting so pissed.
That's hilarious.
That is amazing.
That's so
it did.
funny.
It left. They got
Gone.
mad at us.
So
It's like,
funny.
all right, you don't want me on my show.
Hold on one
Bish.
second. I need to find something. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second.
Oh, should we do some shout outs in the meantime, guys?
Go for
Sure,
it.
go for it.
Shout
I don't
out.
have my phone.
All right, well, I think, I already did them all, so.
Well, I was looking for somebody had messaged me. That's what I was looking for.
Okay,
I was literally looking for this one because I feel really bad.
here we go.
How are you guys? What's going on?
okay,
Shout out, Fina Juliana.
Go ahead.
Fan for me, Michael. We
At
love you.
Jacqueline Forever at, you said Alyssa Banks
Eh.
18. There she is again. Hey, it's Connor K. He was the one who said that
Yes.
it's Arya. Arya's wearing the same dress at 12
Right.
seconds as she is in
Right.
in that one scene. So that is really good. Thanks for sending that. At crush_Abby, at Rosewood Outcast, at PLLAS_99.
Crazy
at-
Mandy, did we say that already?
No, at Ellie_Gust, at Kayla_McKenzie,
Joanne Kelly.
at Nakia. Ooh, I love that name. If I'm saying
Shark
that right.
Beat. Bait. Shark Bait.
Shark
gone
Bait
in Shark
from
Bait.
Nemo.
B-A-E-T.
Shark Bait.
What part of Nemo?
Don't they nickname Nemo Shark Bait?
Oh,
That's really
That's
messed
right,
up,
Abby.
actually.
JMO 210.
Sad.
Forever Johnny Boy, of course, was helping us out. Crazy. At PLL Tweet PLL. At PLL Talker. At Gemini Roxy. At So Far So Good X. At Dita Ish. At ONCR Captain SSW2. Anybody else? Anybody else? You guys got anybody else? I feel bad because we didn't do anything. At Taylor Wortham 66, we didn't do any last week. Is what I was
Eli
gonna
Board,
say.
I just
Right.
love his gifts.
At Alyssa_MK_. My girl Camila, Cammy loves you one. I already said that earlier.
That's it.
That's it, right?
Yeah, my butt hurts.
Yeah, my butt hurts too. Why does my butt hurt so
And
bad?
these chairs are like really uncomfortable over here in this place.
in this room.
Not in that room, they're not, but
Yeah,
in this room.
my butt hurts too. It's funny that you say that because I was noticing I was slowly like seeping lower
It's
and
probably
lower.
because we sit here longer and longer each week, and we're wearing out the chairs.
I
even
did
more.
also like sit a lot today. You know, usually I walk around a lot more. I was doing a lot of sitting.
Okay.
You know, being lazy as per usual. All right, you guys, let us know what your thoughts are. Okay, we need to know about Mona. We need to know about Spencer. We need to know about Arya. So much to discuss.
So much.
We have 2 more
and who you guys think is going to come back and who's not going to come back. So far, the people that haven't come back are Jason,
Miss him.
and
Melissa, we have
Melissa.
and more Ren.
We need more Ren.
We need more Ren. We really need more Ren.
Yep.
All right, you guys,
Okay.
let us know what you guys are thinking, theories, all that good stuff, because after next week, that's it, you guys. We have the finale after next
We'll
week.
finally know this thing that we've been waiting for. Like, it's
insane.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, love it.
All right, let's do it.
Guys. All right, 3, 2, 1.